Oh my God, you guys, wake up. The judge has delayed the Sean Diddy Combs trial, and the prosecutors are really annoyed. Y'all, we gotta talk about what's going on with the trial. We have to talk about this jury selection. We have to talk about the judge's deference to Diddy's team that doesn't make any sense. And we have to talk about, will this actually make or break the trial? As you guys know, the Sean Diddy Combs trial was expected to start on Monday. Diddy's team were the ones when jury selection could have been completed on Thursday. Diddy's team asked them to move it till Friday. Now, listen, at that point, everybody in the legal circles, well, not everybody, but me and the one type people I know, were like, wait a second, that don't make any sense. Why don't you get this done Thursday? So if there's any issue, it can be resolved Friday, and the trial can still start Monday. Well, guess what, you guys? It looks like these issues did actually come to pass, because even though Diddy's team said, hey, we'll just do it Friday, it seemed like shrewd legal maneuvering to buy another day, buy more time, make sure witnesses don't show up, make sure that the trial looked like it's in shambles. Listen, I know what y'all saying. Oh, Diddy's still gonna be convicted guilty. But you gotta remember this. Diddy, okay? Diddy only needs one juror. One juror to have sympathy for him. One juror to see things his way. One juror to think, oh, you know what? The government's case isn't even that strong. One juror to say, this has been a mess up for the whole thing. One juror to say, the six-pack of white women are being racist. That's all he needs. Side note, prosecution, if y'all don't get a black lawyer on your team, right the F now. Because you realize Damian Williams, side note, let me just say this. Damian Williams used to head the Southern District of New York. He resigned when Trump came into power, okay? Now, many people said he resigned before he got fired because Trump wanted his own guy in there. Southern District of New York is one of the most powerful prosecution teams if not the most powerful prosecution team for the government in the United States. And anyway, when Damian Williams was the head of this, because he was the first black man to be the Southern District of New York, Diddy and his team were mute on any racism, mute on, oh my God, you're trying to take down a black man because you're talking to another black man, it falls short. Now that Damian Williams has been replaced and the whole prosecution team is white, now they come up with the six-pack of white women stuff. Again, it's all stupid mind games, because anybody that wants to believe that, first of all, Diddy, if you truly believe this is about race, then put your money where your mouth is. Why don't you let us know the names of a few other monsters? Go on. Listen. Let them know the name of some white monsters that they can go after. And then you will prove, oh my God, you only going after me because of racism. If you know other people, men or women who are white, who are doing the same messed up stuff you've been accused of doing, why don't you give them those names to the prosecutors, right? I'm telling you, why don't you? But you can't. Because you won't. Because as much as you screaming racism, the only thing that you're mad about is that you got caught. Where's all this philanthropy that Diddy used to do? Remember, oh, he's so active in his community. We found out that all these awards, all these college scholarships, all this stuff, we found out that it was all PR. He made a thing to Howard. He never paid that scholarship grant. He never did anything. It was all smoke and mirrors for PR to make it look like he was a savior of the community. And he wasn't doing nothing but fleecing pockets and using poor black and brown students as like just PR fodder. But again, for all those people saying they tried to take down a black man, there's a million. Can we have the names? Can we have the names? Because we will go after them too. The U.S. Attorney's Office will go. But Diddy doesn't care because he's interested in protecting the system. So if you're interested in protecting the system, ain't nothing you can say when, baby, it's musical chairs and you're the only one left standing. Anyway, let's get back into this, right? Listen, at the end of the day, the fact that the judge let this happen, I'm going to say it now. Judge Aaron has a great record. But see, here's the thing. I feel like the judge might be a little bit too green. I feel like this case might be too big for the judge. Celebrity cases, especially when the media involved, there's a lot of moving parts. Even if we can't see it, there are a lot of moving parts. And I feel like the judge, he keeps falling for Diddy's tricks. How did the defense ask it to be moved to Friday instead of Thursday? Because they were trying to delay the date of the trial. And when you delay the date of the trial, it sends a message to prospective jurors that the prosecution isn't ready, that there's something going on and they can't start on time. The fact that Judge Aaron is existing in a universe where he doesn't understand these tricks that defense plays, that he doesn't understand how when defense acts for A, it's not in good faith because they are really trying to get to B. You are the judge. Let me just say this: the jury is in charge of deciding what's true or not. Okay? But the judge is responsible for applying law. Law is procedural as well as ascertaining facts. The judge is supposed to steer the ship so that justice can be delivered and that neither side can use any tricks or turns. The judge is on top of the prosecution, but when it comes to defense, he keeps giving them these little outs. He keeps giving them these little favors, whether wittingly or unwittingly, and it's really disconcerting because do you not realize what, right? Do you not realize at all what is at stake and what they're doing and how this is a form of jury tainting? Honestly, I'm going to need the old heads from the court to get involved with Judge Aaron and actually see what's going on because, yeah, listen, and get this. The judge says that he's delaying jury selection because he's concerned about cold feet. Have you lost your mind? Do you not know how jury selection goes? I don't believe this. There are 45 people, now 43, because 2 people were taken off. We'll talk about it in a different video, that are now saying, yes, we are ready for trial, or we will go. And you're now saying, I don't know, listening to the prosecution, they might get cold feet. Who would get cold feet? Who would get cold feet? Everybody there wants to be there. Everybody in the media, all the court reporters say there's something different about this trial. Usually people be killing themselves not to get on jury. Now everybody wants to be on this jury. Everybody wants to be on this jury. Who is getting cold feet? You're just giving the defense more time to investigate the jurors and find something. But the fact that the judge isn't even reading the room, cold feet, let me tell you something. Even for traffic cases, nobody wants to be on jury duty. In Diddy's trial, it's different, right? Because it's a celebrity factory. But even in cases where nobody wants to be there, when the jury tells you, all right, so you've been selected and make sure you're here at 9 a.m., the people show up. Nobody doesn't show up. Do you know you can get arrested for not showing up? Do you know how much trouble you can be in for not showing up? And the fact that the judge is really saying this dumb mess, oh my God, you're concerned about cold feet. You guys, the trial has been delayed from the judge, okay? Where are we at? The trial has been delayed. This was a dumb trick by the defense, and it worked, and the judge is feeding into this, and the prosecution was objecting left and right. And what intended to be a pretrial hearing to wrap the noose to wrap up any loose ends in the case that could see Diddy behind bars. This is directly from Deadline. Behind bars for life if found guilty. Judge Aaron nudged solidifying the jury until Monday morning. They pushed Diddy's Mark Agnifilo and Tinny Garrigo's defense team with the client in the courtroom today. The argument is that it is better to leave objections to first thing next week to counter any potential jurors getting cold feet over the weekend and more seriously hampering the start of the trial. Regardless of one's POV on this, it made it all more acute when one potential juror told the court by email today that they wanted off the case. As it is, first of all, one person out of 43 people. Yo, this was a wrong call. Now, I am checking to see whether or not we will have the case, whether the trial will start on the 12th. But that said, opening arguments were supposed to be on the 12th. The judge moved this for no reason, and all this could have been brought to the forefront on Thursday had the judge stuck to his own schedule. You know what? We are following this. We're not blaming anyone, but baby, we are calling it like we see it. We are calling it why I see it. Listen, this week, it pains me to say, has been a lot of wins for Diddy. Victim number 3 has turned on the prosecution. Talking about, I never, even though we literally have proof that you, not only did you ever, but you did so often. On top of that, this defense trick to delay the trial. Yeah. It's a lot. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to be going live later to talk about everything that went on in court. There's a lot of stuff I'm skipping over, but I'm trying to keep this short for the people that ain't got all day to listen to me ramble. For those of you that love the ramble and the legal insight, make sure y'all join me. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.